So yeah, guys, I'm here. So we're just doing a quick retouching tutorial. So first we have our image here. Um, I have no idea how to like check out the image properties, but this is a raw photo shot on the Sony A5100, my very first camera, and this was one of my very first shoots. Um, so this is just my good friend here. We just had some fun that day, just kind of practicing different compositions and so forth. And yeah, so let's get started. So first thing I'm gonna do some skin retouching. This is a new method that I've learned. The older method that I used to do it was okay, but I think it was time to step it up. So this is a new method. So first I'm gonna call this color. I don't even care if I spell it with a capital O somewhere in there, doesn't matter. It only matters if you're making a Photoshop action like these actions here. I actually have an action here already, but yeah, call that one color, call this one texture. We're gonna go back to color and we're gonna add we're gonna go to filter, blur, wait, not blur, filter, noise, dust and scratches. And basically, well, let me zoom in a bit more so you guys can see first of all before I do this. So filter, noise, dust and scratches. So, and we're gonna just select a portion here where we have a lot of a lot of blemishes, imperfections. You know, sometimes you gotta break up. So what I'm gonna do it to a point where you can still make out the details in the face, but you're not seeing all those blemishes. Alright, so I think a radius of 5 is good, so I'm gonna select OK, and yeah, select OK. Then, oh, I guess you can turn the color. So that's before, I mean that's after, this is before. So what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna go to the texture layer. Oh wait, no. What to do? Yeah, we go to the texture layer, we select image, we go and apply image, and then we're going to use subtract. So basically what I'm doing, I'm subtracting the color from the texture layer, but we're going to apply back the color layer. So now you see a faint outline here of the color layer, but you're only getting the texture, not the color. So there's no colors at all. So if I go on background, you see nothing. If I go on texture, you see nothing. But if I go on color, you see the color layer, which is the very first layer that we did. So it's sampling that color layer. So, and by the way, guys, tell me how the mic is. Oh, I missed that step, you know. Let me go back. Right, so go back to apply image, and we do that same thing again. So we sample the color layer. On the blending mode is subtract, and the scale should be set to 2, and we're sampling 50% gray. So 50% gray is 128 for some reason, I don't know why, but to get this gray, 50% gray, it's 128. Don't ask me why, I have no idea, I'm just learning this thing. But bam, once you do that, now you're going to set this to linear light mode. So linear light, and there you go. So basically, if I group these two using Ctrl G and I turn it on and off, you should have the exact same image. So, but what I did with this group, I separated the colors from the texture. So we have colors here with no texture, we have textures there. Right, so I'm going to go back to the, well, I'm going to stay on the color layer now, and I'm going to use my lasso tool and just simply make a selection here. You want to select it with the curve of the face. You're going to go to filter, blur, and then the Gaussian blur. Quite love this. Gaussian blur is sexy. So what you want to know, you want to make the Gaussian blur 3 times as much as the dust and scratches. So I think I set that to 5, so 5 times 3 is 15, and that's how you do it. Sometimes you can dial it down a bit if you want, but you see that the blemishes start to show up, so I'm gonna stick to 15 and press OK. Now, you just want to continue doing this for every different area, but try to keep it within the areas that, you know. And what you can do, you can go to the filter, and as you see, the last filter that you applied is up here, so you just press that. And this is a bit, I wouldn't say faster than my older method, but it's around the same speed, but I get better results, so I'm gonna do that. And what you can do, you can press Ctrl Alt and F to make it faster. So you just Ctrl Alt F and do that. Come up here again, Ctrl Alt F, and basically it's removing blemishes but keeping the skin texture so she doesn't look fake, she doesn't look like plastic. Like what I see on Instagram, I see a lot of people having some Instagram photos that, like, I don't know, they just look so fake and plastic, and I don't like that. I think this is the more natural form of retouching, because you're actually using the actual skin texture. Yeah. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that selection. Let's do a bit of selection here. I think that's a bit better, yeah. Sometimes when you get too small. And by the way, set the feather amount to 20 pixels. So basically, what it's doing, it's also getting 20 pixels outside of the selection, which kind of eases the selection, like gives the more gradual fade. For the nose area now, what I like to do, I don't use the same sample amount, so I'm going to go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'm going to look and see how it affects it. So I'm going to just dial it back a bit. I think 6 is a bit better for this one, because the nose has slightly different textures from the rest of the face. And yeah, for down here, I'm just going to do the same thing. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I think we can go back to 15 here. No, 15 is a bit too much. Stick to like 8. I think 8 is good right here. Yeah, so basically different distance or different depth of the skin might need different filter passes. So like a closer part of the body might use a different number than a further part. But remember, just start off with multiplying the number by 3. I think that's a good place to start, and then you can go from there. And yeah, I might do a little bit right here on the hand. So basically, after a while, you get better at this thing. This is probably like my 3rd time doing this, but yeah. Oops, that was a bad selection, so I'm gonna Ctrl Z, undo that, and just do it again. Yeah, I think this is a better selection right here. And yeah, you want to select around the corner, you have to kind of just get the general shape of it. And to me, I think this is just brilliant. Whoever figured this out, because like I'm sure somebody must have just sat on their computer and said like, how can I figure out like a new skin retouching, like a new way to do it, and that person just nailed it, because I think this is one of the best methods. And I say one of, because you have many different methods. So far, I've heard about 4 different methods of doing the same thing with different tools in Instagram. I mean, in Photoshop. By the way, follow me on Instagram, you know. So yeah, I think that's it. I would remove these textures from behind there and stuff, but I think it kind of adds to it. I like the rust. I like the whole vibe of it. So I'm just gonna save changes. So by the way, I was actually in Lightroom, so it's gonna take me back to Lightroom after it's finished shaving. So yeah, guys, if you haven't followed me on YouTube, I mean subscribe to me on YouTube while this is finishing up, you can just do that. You know, no harm there. So guys, this is my OBS setup. You can see my volume slider going up and down. Yeah, So let's get back into Lightroom. So this is Lightroom 10, and yeah, this is the after. So guys, before, so this is before, as you can see, and the after pic. So after is just a bit more clean. And what I can also do, I can go back into, yeah, let's go back into Photoshop. So I'm gonna go back into Photoshop. And the good thing about this, because you save the changes, you can also go back and edit changes and they will reflect here in Lightroom. How long am I been recording for? Hopefully not too long. Yeah, I don't know how to tell how long I'm recording for. But yeah, so back here 1 minute ago, just gonna open that back up. And guys, your computer has to have a lot of RAM to have OBS and all this stuff open at the same time. So yeah, just gonna open it back up, go to texture, get my clone stamp tool, and here we go. Sample from here. Oh, I did alt click. Oh, sorry. What? Alt click to define a source point. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing, ain't I? There we go. All right. So basically, I'm taking out a few more blemishes. Just a few more. As you can see, just taking them out. Take me out to the ball game. Oh, which movie that come from again? Oh, yeah. And guys, as you can see, it's doing a pretty good job. So you just go on the textures layer and use the clone stamp tool to kind of take a sample from a existing skin area and put it over the skin. So basically, it's like cosmetic, basically like makeup, but just like it's more natural makeup. You know, it's how your skin's supposed to look without all these breakouts and stuff. Because you know, like, breakouts aren't natural. I mean, they are natural, but they aren't natural at the same time because you know, you weren't born with breakouts. So I believe that getting rid of some blemishes is preferred by most of my clients. So I will continue to do so unless the client states otherwise. Then fine. You know, you have some clients who prefer like a more natural look, like they prefer their blemishes, and that's okay. You know, more power to them. But as for me, I prefer removing them. Like if I see like a burnt mark, then burnt marks can stay. You know, I think those kind of define who you are in a way. So, but things like pimples and blackhead that come and go, they're not a part of your facial feature. They will be there for a time and then they'll just go away. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add here in my biblical lessons preset pack, we have an axe. We have a lot of them actually, but wait a minute. Thessalonians looking kind of fire though. Shire, oh my gosh. We have an Esther. Oh yeah, you know something. Maybe next time I'll use Esther, but I'm gonna use axe for now. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tint this just a bit more to the red side. Let me see something. I don't like the color cast right there, so I'm gonna wait a minute. Wait. Don't like that color cast. I'm gonna just do that. Can I go this way? Alright, so before I mess around with that too much. I'm gonna bring down the vibrance a bit, go into my HSL tab and play with these hues, because yeah, I think that was the problem. Let's go to calibration and recalibrate some of this stuff. I think it's looking a bit better. Alright, that's it. That's it right there. So it's mostly gone. There's a bit of banding right there. Maybe the tint can help take it out. No. Let me just undo that. Let's try with this. Sometimes I have to kind of move the sliders up and down. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Wait, if I lift the greens a bit. Oh. So yeah, I think that's good enough. Let's go to detail. I don't need to add any luminance or noise reduction. What the fuck, I'm gonna come here, take out the clarity, add some texture, and oh yeah, I'm gonna add some eye whitening. So what they call it, teeth whitening. Just come in here and kind of, yeah, and then some iris enhancement. That's it, and then that's it. Yeah man. Probably kind of change the midpoint of this thing. What do you think? Yeah, give it. Yeah, I think that's it. This is it. So basically that's the edit. So we have the before, we have the after edit, and I am pleased with it. I am very pleased. I love the textures here. The textures contrast nicely with our nice clean soft skin, and I think it was a good edit. So guys, I might do some more work on this, but next time. So thanks for watching.